What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And in this news, a lot of people come to this channel. A lot of people like the unbiased channel, the opinions that I have, because I call it how I see it. Some are bold, some are passive, some are straight up the middle. You know what I mean? Either way, I'm going to tell it to it like I feel. And I got to counterpunch something that's been, you know, I've been thinking about for quite some time now, you know, and this is what I call a bold prediction. You know what I mean? This is my prediction about Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, Luis Ortiz, and Jarrell Miller and Derek Chisora. Okay. All right. Let me begin, first of all, by saying that Deontay Wilder, he did something that no one else did. He beat the quote unquote Earl Spence of the heavyweight division. That's what he did. Southpaw, aggressive. People avoided him left and right. Nobody wanted to fight Ortiz. Let's be real. Not even him. He didn't want to even fight Ortiz 2 or 3 years ago. His excuse was, I don't fight cheaters and I'll never give a cheater a chance. That's what he said. That was his words. He should be disgraced. He should be banned from the sport of boxing because he was cheating, right? Those were his words. But he fought him nonetheless. I don't know if he really wanted to fight Ortiz, because you can tell a fight, all those bums that he fought, okay? All those bums that Deontay Wilder fought were people that were, these guys were, these dudes were damn near 300 pounds. And I don't mean like Jarrell Miller, like someone that's in shape, that's naturally big, you know what I mean, husky. These guys were just like fat. They look like fat taxi cab drivers, you know what I mean, plumbers. They didn't even look like boxers. Like, what the hell? Who approved you to even fight? What state commission approved this? You know what I mean? These are the opponents that Deontay Wilder faced. Okay. So Deontay Wilder did get in the ring with him, and Luis Ortiz showed him what boxing was. He showed him ring generalship. He showed him the experience that Deontay Wilder knew nothing about. Deontay Wilder just hit him with a punch. You know what I'm saying? And when he hit him with a punch, he got up, he recovered. It was at the end of that round. Okay. Just a little recap quickly. And seventh round, Ortiz battered him, caught him with a right hook, and it hit him, and it immediately hurt him. You could tell. You slow-moed it. It was kind of like, God, where'd that punch and where'd that power come from? And he got wailed and wailed and wailed, and then the referee was protecting him in that fight. And since Deontay Wilder was protected, Luis Ortiz was cheated. Okay, he was cheated more ways than that, because the protection from the referee, he refereed that fight to the extent like everything that Deontay Wilder did. Now, like he would catch, like in the 10th round, he caught Luis Ortiz with a straight right, another straight right, and then what ended up happening, he grabbed him and then he battered him a few times behind the head, then threw him into the ropes. There was no warning from the ref whatsoever. At that point, I knew something was shitty in Denmark. Something is shitty about this fight. You know what I mean? Really before that, when he came out to the 8th round, when he came out and they were like, hey, are you okay? And they took all that extra time to see if he's fine. Like, what the hell is that? So we knew that fight was bullshit. Okay. Nonetheless, he got those punches in. A lot of them were illegal, and he won the fight. Okay. Now, moving on, negotiations flopped. They're still flopping, as we know. Okay, we've covered all that. Now, Dillian White wanted to fight, or supposedly wanted to fight, Luis Ortiz, right? Fight didn't get made. Luis Ortiz wanted more money, yada, yada, yada. That didn't happen. And that was done. Luis Ortiz knocked out a guy named Casano. He knocked him out in 2 rounds. Okay? He knocked him out, and, discussions began, People didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz, but they kept speaking his name. Ortiz's name started coming out of people's mouth. Anthony Joshua stated, hey, I'll fight the old man. Dig up Ortiz, right? But nothing never came out of it, right? We know that Wilder was, the fight was set with him and Fury, or was supposed to be easily set with him and Tyson Fury, right? So since he said Luis Ortiz, nothing was ever done, right? That was kind of swept under the rug, and I thought that was strange. Now, White said some of the similar things. Hey, I'll fight Luis Ortiz. I'll fight the old man, right? And the old man then rebutted. He responded, send me the contract. When the contract was sent over, you didn't hear anything. Now, mind you, this was after the Chisora fight fell through. But my thing is, that's all of a sudden, a little bit before that, Eddie Hearn starts stating that the Chisora 2 fight was a bigger draw, was a better fight. Nobody wants to see Ortiz. They don't know. And then the way he was saying it, it just sounded like bullshit excuses to me, because I'm like, well, White did say he will fight Ortiz. Why don't you let him fight Ortiz? You know what I mean? So, and then you hear people left and right calling Ortiz, he's 50 years old. He's the old man. But if he was that easy and that old, you would want to fight him. And it dawned on me. I get what this is. I've said it again and again, and I'm going to say it now. I'm going to make a bold prediction about all this. I feel that Luis Ortiz would knock out Dillian Whyte. He would knock out Dillian Whyte. He would knock out Derek Chisora. That's why they don't want to fight him. And then if he does knock out Dillian Whyte, you know what that means. Eddie Hearn's second biggest welterweight is gone. There's no more wall that Anthony Joshua can hide behind. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody else. Because if Ortiz knocks out Dillian Whyte, and then, of course, he's going to call out Anthony Joshua. He's already got a piece of Deontay Wilder, right? Now picture this. He fights Anthony Joshua, and he beats Anthony Joshua by an upset, because everyone's going to have Joshua, the younger, stronger, undefeated champion. Of course, everyone's going to pick Joshua to beat Ortiz. Ortiz beats Anthony Joshua. You know what that would mean for Anthony Joshua? And look, here, stay with me, guys. Stay with me. He gets beat by the old man, the 50-year-old guy, right? His reputation would go to shit, because not only did Deontay Wilder beat him, but, he probably at that point, if the Wilder fight never happens, right? It would be one of those situations where it would be embarrassing to Anthony Joshua. And no one really wants to see that happen. So if Ortiz got the opportunity to fight Joshua, which I don't know why the hell that fight never happened either. Why in the hell that Joshua never took the opportunity to fight Ortiz? Any undefeated fighter, he fought Brazil. He fought a lot of guys. You know what I mean? He fought Takam, Parker. He fought these guys. He fought Klitschko. But then it came to Ortiz. Everybody was like, no, we're not going to fight Ortiz. This unknown guy that, you know what I mean? We don't know. We know he can box. We know he's a Cuban Olympian. You know what I'm saying? That fight would sell. And then this is my thing with Deontay Wilder, right? See, Deontay Wilder, anybody can get hit with any idiot can catch you with a lucky shot. Any idiot. But if he goes in there and fights Anthony Joshua and beats Anthony Joshua, that would be the biggest disgrace to boxing right there. That's why that fight will never happen. It's just too big of a risk. See, boxing is not about taking big risk. Boxing is about taking calculated people and waiting them out. That's why they're waiting out Ortiz. They're waiting for Ortiz. Look, if Ortiz would have looked bad against Cazano, they would have said, you know what? Wilder broke his will. He's not the same fighter. He's old anyway. So you know what? Let's fight him. Let's put Ortiz on that resume. You know what I'm saying? If he looks sloppy and shitty like Billy Joe did, remember before he fought that guy, before he fought Lemieux, he fought another opponent. I can't remember his name, but he looked extra shitty, right? With sprinkles on top. And everybody wanted to see him. So, you know, Golden Boy took a risk with Lemieux. They're second in command. You know what I'm saying? That's their second in command. That's their Dillian White. And of course, Canelo is their Anthony Joshua on the Golden Boy side, right? So they took a chance. Oh, yeah, we'll beat Billy Joe. He looked like shit his last fight. You know what I mean? Let's go in there and knock him out real quick. He was underrated. He's overrated anyways. But what he did, he showed him like, no, motherfucker, I am not. I just had a bad night. You know what I mean? And a long layoff. And I'm going to show you guys. And he did it in Canada. If Luis Ortiz, if Eddie Hearn knows that. His two money makers, he knows he's made Dillian White a star. Okay? Dillian White is a fucking star under Anthony Joshua. He has his fan base. His fan base is growing. Why would you fuck that up fighting Luis Ortiz? Why? Why would you fuck that up fighting Luis Ortiz? Because this guy gave Deontay Wilder hell. And according to certain sources, they made Deontay Wilder take that fight. He didn't want to take that damn fight. You know what I mean? Now between the AJ and and Deontay Wilder negotiations, okay, I know that's bullshit. I know Deontay those guys just want money. That's why this fight hasn't happened. Right? But as far as Luis Ortiz, people don't really like to talk about it. And they're like, well, what's your love for Ortiz? It's not the love I have for Ortiz. It's the discrimination I have. Because everybody talks shit about Ortiz, but nobody's fighting Ortiz. You see what I'm saying? Joshua, hey, I'll fight the old man. Dig him up. Dillian White saying basically the same thing. Yeah, I'll fight the old man. You know, that's his nickname in the UK, I guess. But nobody wants to fight the old man. Fight this motherfucker. If you can beat him and he's like everyone says, all my UK guys, y'all, a lot of y'all say, well, hey, Ortiz hasn't fought anyone and he's overrated. Okay, cool. I would love to see that. I would love to see someone else besides Deontay Wilder with his lucky ass punch beat Luis Ortiz. I would love to see that. That's a bold statement, and I'm making another bold one because I think Ortiz would knock out all those guys. He didn't knock out Wilder because they had the right referee in place. And let's get back to that for just a second. That fucking fight was bullshit because you know what? Experts that looked at that fight gave every round to Ortiz besides the ones that he was knocked down in, right? Why was Deontay Wilder winning on the scorecards? You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. More bullshit. More protection. Luis Ortiz was not supposed to win that fight unless he just knocked him out of the fucking ring or something. Something outlandish. Because he already did enough to stop it from the punches that he gave Deontay. You see what I mean? Then yeah, I believe he punched himself out and then Deontay Wilder hit him with a lucky punch. Then did all that roughhouse filing and shit. You know what I mean? After that. And nothing from the ref. Nothing at all. So yeah, it's bad. Like Luis Ortiz needs a proper shot. If these guys feel that he's overrated, fight this overrated old 50-year-old man. Please. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Bold predictions. Of course, you guys, please tell me what you think about this video, as I know you will. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.